I told you I wouldn't let them put you in prison. This is the only way I can be sure that won't happen.
Yeah, well, Dad's not gonna like it. He just gave me a whole speech about facing what I did and fighting for justice.
Jack's a cop. Of course he believes in justice. So do I, in theory, but I wouldn't bet the farm on it. I'm sure not going to bet you on it.
Where would we go?
You decide. We'll go wherever you want.
Yeah, but even if we run away, or if I change my name, it's still me, right? So what's the point?
The point is to get away before they put you away. And then you can figure out what's next. You can take all the time you need.
I'll go back my clothes.
Okay, you're right. No more secrets. No more secrets. Carly asked me to get my mother's jet to take Parker out of the country.
I hope you said no.
I did.
Good.
And then I changed my mind.
Lily, you could be charged with aiding and abetting.
I know, hold on, but if one of our children, wouldn't you do anything to help them?
Carly should not be making this decision alone.
Jack wouldn't approve it. You know that.
Yeah, for good reason.
But just be honest. What would you do? What would you do? If it were Luke? Or Ethan?
There's only one choice. And you know what that would be.
I'd like to hear what this young man has to say. Mr. Snyder, have a seat. Now, what can you tell me about Mr. Rand's state of mind at the time of the adoption?
I just want to say that, I feel real bad for Sophie. I think she's a great person. I really do. And she's going to make a great mother one day. But just not right now.
Objection. This man's opinion has no bearing on...
Please confine your answers to Mr. Rand's state of mind when she gave the child up for adoption.
Well, before Gwen and Will even knew who the birth mother was, Sophie wasn't sure about even having the baby. Cole, her boyfriend at the time, wanted her to have an abortion. And Sophie agreed, but she just couldn't go through with it.
Which shows she wanted to keep the baby.
Counselor, I'm warning you.
She was hoping that he would change his mind, but he didn't. He told her that she had to decide between him and the baby. Cole was the one who suggested that Sophie give her up for adoption.
Did it seem to you that she was being coerced?
Yes, at the time. And then Allison and I figured out what Cole was up to. That he was trying to sell the baby. We then told Gwen and Will. They were absolutely against adopting the baby under those circumstances. As a matter of fact, they even offered to help Sophie keep the baby. Then Cole broke up with Sophie, and she freaked out. She told me she didn't want the baby. It was completely her decision to give her up for adoption. I don't think she was emotionally ready to have the kid.
Yes, that may have been true then, but she's ready now.
Are you sure that this is how Mr. Rand felt at the time?
Well, we worked together. We were friends. But I'm Hallie's godfather, so obviously I'm very close to Gwen and Will. And I just want what's best for Hallie.
And what, in your opinion, is best for Hallie?
That would be for you to decide. All I know is that Gwen and Will were able and ready to be great parents from the beginning.
No, wait. I didn't mean to upset you. Luke, you are the one person I thought I could count on to understand. How can you say I should forgive my father? Well, I don't say it because I think he deserves it. I'm saying it because I think you deserve it. You deserve to let go of all this anger. Look, Noah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to upset you. Yeah, me too. Dad is still making me crazy. Well, that's what I'm saying. Look, but no matter what I say, whether you decide to make up with your dad or not, you need to know one thing. No matter what, I am going to be on your side. You got that? I got it. Good. Now, how about you help me with the barn chores? Put some of that anger to good use.
Let me just put my bag down.
Sophie is a good person. But the fact is, it wasn't her instinct to put the baby first. So, I think Gwen and Will deserve to be Hallie's parents.
Thank you, Mr. Snyder. There is a lot to absorb here. I'm going to have to go over all the testimony in detail, and I'll let you know when I've reached my decision. This hearing is adjourned.
You didn't get to say goodbye to JJ or Sage.
I'll call them when we're out of the country, okay?
How are they gonna hate you and hate me?
Sarah. Okay, sweetie. Right now, this is the only way I can protect you. And once we get settled, I will figure out a way to reunite us all. I will never abandon this family again. Do you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, now we have to tell the pilot where we're gonna go, so it's up to you, anywhere you want. What do you think of that?
I think it's the worst idea you've ever had.
How did you find us?
That's not important. I'm just glad I got here in time to stop you. Parker, come on, let's get out of here.
You stay right there. If he doesn't leave with me now, he could end up in prison. Is that what you want?
No, Carly, of course not. But skipping town, that's not the answer. At least with a trial, he has a chance at a good outcome.
There's also a chance for a bad one. And I'm not going to risk that.
Even if you get away with running, it's not going to solve anything, Carly. He'll be burdened for the rest of his life, guaranteed. Not to mention the fact that he'll be ripped away from everything and everyone he cares about.
He'll have me. He'll be free. He'll be safe.
What you call this free? Living in hiding. He'll be ripped away from his family and friends forever. Did you even think about that? No. No. Because you don't think anything through. You just do the first thing that pops into your head, no matter how crazy.
And what if he goes to jail? The son of a cop. What'll happen to him then? Did you think about that? How will you protect him then?
What kind of friend am I, agreeing to help Carly and then ratting her out?
You're a good friend who's looking out for her and for her family.
Somehow, I don't think she's going to see it that way. Isn't that one of the things we teach our children not to do? Not be a snitch?
We had to tell Jack.
I'm beginning to think this honesty thing is a little overrated.
You know, Aaron came by earlier. He was facing a tough decision about whether or not to testify at Gwen and Will's custody hearing.
So what did you tell him?
Told him not to take the easy way out.
Sometimes you have to do things that are difficult.
And that's what you just did. Very proud of you.
You know, I don't know how you do it, but even when I've completely made up my mind about something, you always get me to reconsider. Oh, read the letter again. See if it's sincere.
That's weird. I could have sworn I left this closed. You didn't go into it for anything, did you?
I was the guy mucking out the cell next to you. When would I have done that? I mean, maybe you just forgot that you left your bag open.
It's gone.
I know that was hard. You did a really good thing.
Hey, thank you. We really appreciate you stepping up for us like that.
Yeah, thank you. Because of you, we have a better chance of keeping Hallie.
Yeah, I wish I felt better about it.
You should. You may have saved Hallie from a really hard life.
Well, I hope so. Because I may have just destroyed Sophie's.